high above the rolling green hills, where the world touches the sky, lived a very special little cloud. His name was Pio. Now, Pio wasn't like the other clouds. While they would drift lazily on the breeze, content to just be fluffy and white, Pio had a secret passion. He was a painter. His paintbrush was the gentle wind, his paint was made from sparkling raindrops, and his canvas was the vast, endless sky itself. Every day was a new adventure for Pio. He'd dip into the golden light of the morning sun and paint streaks of fiery orange and soft pink to announce the dawn. In the afternoons, he'd gather moisture and create magnificent rainbows that arched across the valleys, so bright and vivid they looked like a bridge to a magical land. He painted grand castles with towering turrets that seemed to float amongst his fellow clouds, and he'd dab tiny, shimmering stars into the deepening blue of twilight long before the real ones appeared. The other clouds would often gather to watch him, amazed at the beautiful pictures he created. "Oh, Pio," they would sigh, "you make the sky so beautiful." Pio would just puff up with pride, a happy little artist in his sky-high studio. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the world in shades of purple and gold, Pio was putting the finishing touches on a swirling galaxy of silver stardust. As he drifted gently over a small, cozy town, he noticed something. A tiny light flickered on in a window of a little house with a bright red door. Curious, Pio floated closer, being as quiet as a cloud can be. Inside the window, he saw a little girl with big, curious eyes and pigtails that bounced when she moved. She was looking out into the growing darkness, her small face filled with worry. Pio watched as she pulled her favorite teddy bear closer, her knuckles white. He could just barely hear her whisper, her voice trembling like a tiny leaf in the wind. "I'm afraid of the dark." Pio's soft, cloudy heart ached for her. He knew what it was like to feel small in the big, dark night sky. He looked at the vast, empty darkness spreading around him, and then back at the little girl's scared face. He knew he had to do something. An idea, as bright as a lightning flash, but much gentler, sparked within him. "I can help," he thought. "I can paint the darkness away." He had never tried painting at night before. The colors were different. The light was softer. It was a new challenge, but Pio was determined. He looked up at the big, beautiful moon, which hung in the sky like a giant pearl, casting a silvery glow over everything. This would be his new paint pot. Carefully, Pio dipped the edges of his cloud form into the soft, luminous moonlight. He absorbed its gentle, silvery glow until he was shimmering. He felt energized, filled with a quiet, magical light. His first brush stroke was a test. He swirled a little of the moonlight onto the dark canvas of the night sky, creating a glowing, soft-edged heart right above the little girl's window. He peeked down. The little girl gasped. Her eyes widened, but this time not with fear, but with wonder. A small smile started to form on her lips. Encouraged, Pio got to work. He painted more shining shapes, his creativity flowing like never before. He painted delicate, glowing flowers with petals that seemed to pulse with soft light. He painted a whole garden of them, scattered across the darkness like a celestial field. He painted funny animals, a smiling cat chasing a ball of yarn, a playful dolphin leaping through invisible waves, and a tiny, glowing elephant with its trunk held high. The little girl was no longer huddled by the window. She was pressing her nose against the glass, her breath making little fog circles on the pane. She pointed at each new creation, her whispered fears replaced by excited giggles. Pio felt a warmth spread through him that had nothing to do with the sun. It was the warmth of making someone happy. For his grand finale, Pio decided to create something truly special. He gathered all the moonlight he could hold and painted a magnificent, glowing path of stars. It wasn't just a random scattering. It was a winding, sparkling road that seemed to lead from her window right up to the moon itself, a magical pathway through the night. Down below, the little girl clapped her hands together with pure joy. The fear was completely gone from her face, replaced by a look of absolute enchantment. She turned from the window, gave her magical sky a final happy wave, and cuddled into her warm blanket. With a contented sigh, she drifted off to sleep, her dreams filled with glowing flowers and friendly moonlit animals, all safe under Pio's beautiful, glowing art. Pio watched her sleep for a moment, his heart full. He had discovered a new kind of painting, a new purpose. It wasn't just about making the sky beautiful. It was about bringing comfort and chasing away fears. From that night on, Pio became the official painter of the night. He learned to use the starlight, the faint glow from the cities below, and even the colorful shimmers of the distant northern lights as his paints. Whenever a child felt lonely or scared of the dark, Pio would be there, drifting quietly overhead. And so, if you ever look up at the night sky and see a cloud that looks like a dragon, a ship sailing on a sea of stars, or a friendly, smiling face, you'll know. You'll know that Pio, the little cloud painter, is still up there with his moonlight paints and his sky-sized canvas, painting beautiful dreams for all the children of the world, bringing light and comfort to the night. He reminds us all that even in the darkest of times, there is always light, beauty, and a little bit of magic to be found, if you just remember to look up. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. We hope Pio's magical paintings brought a little sparkle to your day. If you enjoyed our adventure in the clouds, please give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more wonderful stories. We can't wait to see you again next time. Sweet dreams.